Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo, and we're going to be making some more mermaid jewelry. This month, which is June 2022, I got some really cool beads from Jessie James Beads, and they were all in the mermaid theme, and they were all this really pretty color of blues. Let's Be Mermaids in Splash was one of the mixes I got, and I've made quite a few things, and I have all these beads left over, including this really neat pendant. Now, at first I was thinking, I could probably just put this on a chain, and honestly, I have been wearing it today just on a sterling silver chain, but I want to do more to this, but I don't want to make it a really gaudy looking piece. I want it to still be dainty, but of course I want sparkle and mermaid. So we're going to go through here and see what I've got left that I can use to put into my necklace. So I'm not going to use my one last mermaid tail I have left, or this little component that you can use to put on your mermaid tail. And I don't think I'm going to use these pretty glass crystals, but I'm probably going to use a lot of what's left here. I'm going to just start out by getting these, I think these probably are painted glass beads. I absolutely love painted glass, and these are really pretty. So I'm just going to lay them out here. I believe we have an odd number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do. So normally when I do a necklace, I'll put this, like a pendant in the middle, and then I work around it like this, where the sides mirror each other. But I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to lay all these beads out. And then I think I have enough where I can put these glass crystal spacer beads in the middle here. And I don't think I'm going to use this pearl, which that may have come from this mini mix here, Rainbow Water Ice. Let's see, where do I want to go now? Oh, I want to use these green cone crystal, glass crystal beads. Aren't they pretty? So I'm going to make sure these are going in the same direction. So I think I'm just going to put them after each of the blue beads. Make sure they're faced in the right direction. Okay, which means I got 2 left over, so maybe those will go into some earrings later on. Because I don't want to end with a crystal. I think I want to end with these little glass painted beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 19. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I want to make this, even though it's not going to be even on each side, it needs to be even, if that makes any sense at all. And I have 3 of these beads. So I'm going to take one of those little beads and just put it there, and this is probably where I'm going to put my pendant, is in between there. Let's see. I want to use these beads. I think I'm going to put them right here. And I don't know if I'm going to use these round beads or not. Now this is probably not going to be long enough to go. In fact, I know it's not going to be long enough to go around my neck. So I'm going to have to finish it off with some chain. And this is where I'm going to determine whether or not I want to mix my metals. Now if I mix my metals, I'm going to do it with little tiny silver tone seed beads through here. Or actually, you know what? Let's look through here. I think there's some silver and gold in here. You know what might be fun is to put some of these. I have bead caps. I think these bead caps are going to be a little big for those beads. But these little potato chip beads, those might be fun to put in here. So I'm going to dig some of these out and intersperse them through there. And then I'm going to go get some little silver tone seed beads. So I'm going to use this stainless steel chain, and I might use this toggle clasp. Haven't decided yet. I got all of my little silver tone seed beads and the little potato chip beads, and then I have these butterflies I may put in there. I'm going to mess around with this a little bit longer, and then I'm going to go ahead and string it up, and I'm going to use 20-pound fishing line. It's monofilament. I will be having a video about that coming up pretty soon, so watch for that. But let me just say, monofilament gets a bad rap. I have had things strung on monofilament for a long time, like 30 years, and they're fine. So anyway, let me get this strung up and I'll be back to finish it off with you. So I have everything strung on, but I want to make sure things are going in the right direction. For example, I strung these up. I didn't get all the way done, so I caught myself in the middle, but my butterflies were upside down. I didn't want them to be upside down, so I had to take it apart and redo it. And I'm not wanting it to be exactly on each side. It's okay. I want it to actually be off-kiltered a little bit. They are the same exact size. The length is great. But as far as beads matching, I didn't want that. This is what I wanted. So now I've got to go get me some bead tips to secure my ends. So here's the little clamshell bead tip, crimp bead, cover, whatever you want to call it. There's so many different names for it. I think they're mostly known as crimp covers though. But I'm just going to, I'm not crimping, I'm tying knots. So I'm putting my wire in there, my line, and I'm going to tie 2 knots. Make sure these knots are tight. Feed it into the opening there and gently close it up. And take my flush cutters. You can use scissors, but these actually get in there a lot closer to trim that off. And then feel around to see if there's anything sticking out to scratch your neck. And if it is, just push it back in there. There, fine. Now we're going to do the other side. I left enough where I can tie a couple of knots to feed into the opening. I'm going to use a pin. There's one knot. I want to make sure it's not too tight, making it all kinky. And tie the second knot. Feed it into the opening. Close it up. Clip that off. And then we're going to use our math skills to figure out how much chain we need. Yep, you need math to make jewelry. That's what it looks like so far. Ooh, so pretty. That'd even make a nice little bracelet. But we're making a necklace. So I went ahead and I opened up a jump ring and put it onto the chain. And I'm just going to go ahead and attach it here. Okay. See how I attached it? So let me whip out my ruler. And I think I'm going to make this a 17-inch necklace. I do have to take into consideration the jump rings, the clasp, and the fact that I am going to have to cut this off. So I'm going to lose some length here. By the way, this is stainless steel, and it's pretty good, tough quality, good quality stainless steel. So I'm not going to use my good wire cutters. I will be using my memory wire cutters. The reason that I'm doing that is because if I use these, I may ruin them. I've done that before and I don't want to do it again. All right, so that'll be 12. That would be 17 inches. I think I'm going to go a little bit shorter. See, even with this, it's pretty tough. All right, now I need to open up another jump ring. Make sure it's no gaps in there. Put it on the hook there. Whoops, yep. Make sure you got the right pliers and gently just close that up. So now we've got to determine the middle, and I just even it up here. And then sometimes you'll have a link that hangs down all by itself. This one looks like it's pretty even, so you just pick a side and clip that off. There we go. Now to hang the clasp. One thing I want to see is if there is one side longer than the other. I think they're pretty even. If one side was a little bit longer than the other, I would put this on the shorter side. And then I'd put the smaller one on the longer side. And toggles are pretty good for necklaces. We have enough weight here that it's not going to come undone. Your little stick here is big enough where it's going to go in to this and stay latched. There we go. Necklace accomplished. Necklace made with Jesse James beads. Isn't it pretty? I love their beads. And this is very beachy. And there's the two-tone beach-inspired necklace. I love the way it came out. What do you think? And I think it's going to go good with a lot of the earrings that I made in another video this month. There's one pair of earrings. What about these mermaid earrings? They would go with it too. Or if you just like simple, and this is probably how I would wear it, just a nice pair of little freshwater pearl earrings. That would look really nice with this necklace. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate that too. Mostly though, I hope y'all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.